Hi everyone, Jennifer here. I'm so happy to be talking to you on this video. I feel like I haven't made a video in so long because all of those videos that you were seeing this summer were ones that I shot before I had my baby. So I shot those a long time ago, and just to give myself a break after the baby was born. And it's so good to just sit in front of the camera and to talk to you again. I've missed you, and I've been having a wonderful, just amazing time with our new baby. So for those of you who don't know, I had my baby. He was 3 weeks early. We had a boy, and I had a feeling, I just knew I was going to be early. I was having contractions for weeks before he was born. So I had a feeling both of my daughters were early, and I knew that this child would be early too. Obviously, we didn't want him to be too early. So I was pretty much on bed rest toward the end. But yep, it was the day of my daughter's ballet dress rehearsal for their big show that they've been working for the whole year. And I went into labor right after the dress rehearsal. I was joking to some of the other moms that the rehearsal was stressful for me because they were having their pictures done and they were rehearsing the parts, and I was just running around, and I kept saying, this is going to send me into labor. And it did, because I had my baby literally a few hours after the dress rehearsal ended. Yes, I had a very, very fast labor. My first daughter was, like an average labor. I was there overnight laboring. And then my second child was pretty quick. And this one, my goodness, I went into labor at 1:30 in the afternoon. I was at lunch with my parents, and I just said, Mom and Dad, I think I'm in labor, because I started to have strong contractions. So 1:30 in the afternoon was when it started, and then literally the baby was born at 4:30 in the afternoon. So I came home, I said to my husband, let's go. I had my hospital bag, we went to the hospital, and it just, everything happened so fast. It was really fast. And I just remember being at the hospital, and my contractions were painful, but not too bad. I could walk and I could, do everything, talk through them. And then suddenly they just went from not painful to excruciatingly painful in a matter of 5 minutes. And the doctor said, oh yeah, you're gonna give birth at any minute now. So that's what happened. And thank the Lord, everything was fine. Our baby, he is wonderful and healthy, and he was 3 weeks early, but there was no problem with that. He is such a gem. I'm in love with him. I'm spending this whole summer we're all just marveling over him and doting on him. And so many people have asked me what's his name and they want to see him and everything. But I do have a policy on my blog and on the internet that I don't share pictures of my kids, and I don't share their names or anything like that. I don't put them in my videos, and that is for a reason. I'm very protective, and I like to preserve their privacy as well as their safety. I have 2 pictures on Instagram. One of them shows him the day after he was born, and one of them was on my birthday, which I just celebrated, where I'm holding him. So those were the 2 pictures I shared. And that's probably all you're gonna see of him. I don't know, maybe if I do a day in the life, you might see him a little bit. But so thank you for respecting my privacy as far as that goes. But it hurts me because he is so cute. I do want to share him with everybody. His older sisters adore him. They're always wanting to hug him and hold him, and they're just like little mommies to him. So it's been really fantastic. I've started to slowly, I brought out my clothes from last summer for the 10-item wardrobe to see what I could fit into. And I started to slowly wear some of the things that I can fit back into. For example, the 2 stripy t-shirts. I can't be gone from my nautical stripes for too long. So I'm wearing this, stripy t-shirt today, and that Talbot skirt that I had. Let's see if I can show it to you. I'm wearing the t-shirt with the Talbot skirt that barely fits me. I'm not wearing the dresses, although I could probably fit into them, because they're not, I'm nursing my child, and they're not nursing friendly. So looking back on my maternity 10-item wardrobe, something that I would tweak and change, I love the Seraphine dresses. However, my advice to expectant mothers would be to purchase maternity clothes that could also act as nursing clothes. because the maternity period is so short comparatively, and you will be nursing, if you choose to nurse, for a long time after you have your baby. And some of the dresses that I had in my wardrobe were not nursing dresses. I've tried nursing in them, it's just not that comfortable. So if I would go back and do it again, I would make everything that I bought maternity and nursing friendly. So those were my thoughts on that. I just wanted to quickly do a video because I am going to take a break. After this video, I'm going to take a few weeks off, just a couple of weeks again, just to sort of relax and enjoy the rest of the summer with my baby and my daughters, my husband. But I did want to interject this video just to give you some updates and also to share some of my summer favorites with you. So let's go. Because I'm nursing my child, I have a lot of time where I'm just sitting down. So I'm usually either reading a book or sometimes I'll watch a TV show or something. So I did have a few things that I wanted to recommend to you. So the first one is this book, Amy Snow, and I did a giveaway for this on my blog, Amy Snow by Tracy Reese, and it's published by Simon & Schuster. In fact, the way I found this was because my editor, Trish Todd, tweeted about it, and I thought, ooh, I think I would like that book. So she graciously and kindly sent it to me, and I love this book. I cannot recommend it enough. I devoured it, and that was right after I had my baby, and I'm just nursing. I read the whole thing. I didn't want it to end. This is such a good book. Historical fiction, and it's a story about an orphaned girl who goes on a treasure hunt, and it takes place in Victorian England. It's a page turner. It has a romance in it. It's so good. I love this book. So I just really wanted to recommend it to you. I know that I already mentioned it on my blog, but I just wanted to say how much I loved this book. Okay, television shows. There are two shows that I have been watching, and one of them is very random. You're gonna laugh. But I did want to share them with you because I find it hard to find good television, good, clean television, I guess I should say. But the first one is Heart to Heart. And many of you will remember this series. It is from the 70s and the 80s, and it stars Robert Wagner and Stephanie Powers. And I don't know how I had never seen this because, I was born slightly after it when, it was really famous around the time when I was a newborn. So basically I wasn't watching it. My dear friend Romy, she knows how much I love mysteries, and she said, have you ever seen Heart to Heart? And I said, no, what's that? And she told me about it. And it's just about a married couple, a wealthy married couple who lives in Los Angeles, and they have a butler called Max, and they just solve crimes. It's just what they do. And I thought, oh, that sounds so good. That sounds right up my alley, because it kind of reminded me of Tommy and Tuppence by Agatha Christie, another married crime-fighting duo. And can I tell you, they play it on Hallmark Movies and Mysteries. I get that channel on my cable, and I've just DVR'd all of them, and I will just watch them, and here's what I love about it. This wasn't too long ago, okay? It was right around the time when I was born, so it wasn't too long ago. But I just love how people dressed. I love watching what they wear, how they carry themselves. When they go to a restaurant, they get dressed up. And I realize that this is television, but I remember the 80s, and I remember people dressing like this. People actually used to dress up. It seems crazy now because nobody dresses up anymore. And just, you'll see Robert Wagner in a tuxedo on his plane, which is hilarious because, that's a bit over the top. But it's just so fun, and I love Heart to Heart. So I just wanted to recommend that to you if you want a blast from the past, that you should watch that show. Another show that I've been loving, and I read a review about this online, and it was so funny because the reviewer said, I really did not want to like this show, but I ended up really liking it. And I thought, that's kind of a funny thing to say. But the show is called Bringing Up Bates, and it's on Up TV. I've watched it through my Apple TV. I had to order it. And it's about a really large family who lives in Tennessee. And it's just good, clean fun. The family, it's just so much fun to watch. They're really short episodes, and so I would watch one while I'm nursing the baby, and it's something that you can have on with your kids in the background and not worry what's going to flash on the screen. So I loved Bringing Up Bates. Highly recommend. Next thing I wanted to recommend was the film Love and Friendship, and this is a film adaptation of the novel by Jane Austen called Lady Susan, and I had never read this short novel by her, and that's why it was kind of really exciting for me to watch this film. It's really great. It stars Kate Beckinsale and Chloe Sevigny's in it, and it's just funny, it's witty, it's smart. Finally, a film that I can really highly recommend. I saw this the night before we had the baby. My husband and I went out on a date, and what a great movie to see as my last hurrah, as it were. Other than that, I've also been catching up on YouTube videos, and I wanted to mention two channels that I just kind of have been obsessed with. I love the channel She's in Her Apron. I just find Kimmy to be so funny and endearing and real, and I love watching her videos. So I've watched a lot of her videos, and also Catherine Morgan, who is just so inspirational. She's a former dancer with New York City Ballet, and she has two channels, and she does tips for dancers, so a lot of it is for ballet dancers, but she also has makeup tutorials and just life advice and fun day in the life videos. So I just wanted to say hi, Catherine. I love your videos. If you want to see a classy YouTuber with poise, you must check out her channel, Catherine Morgan. I will leave all of the info below. That's it for my summer favorites. I just wanted to say thank you so much to all of you for your wonderful, kind comments about the birth of our son, and it's just been great to share this with you. I'm going to take a few weeks off, and I will see you back in mid to late August. I just want to say thank you again. Make sure if you have any requests for the next season of The Daily Connoisseur that you leave them below. I have so much planned, so much in store for you. I can't wait to share it with you. Thank you so much, and I will see you soon on The Daily Connoisseur. Bye!